Have you ever felt that? That sort of modern pressure almost. Suffocating sometimes. This need to find your one true purpose. Especially when the world just feels so chaotic, so unpredictable. Honestly, kind of indifferent.
Yeah, completely. It's like there's this expectation that we should have all the answers mapped out.
Right. Our whole life design, figured out. But the universe just keeps, well, throwing things at us.
And think about the sheer amount of information now, the digital noise.
Oh, definitely. And social media doesn't help, does it? Everyone else seems to have it perfectly together, these curated lives.
Exactly. The perfect job, the passion project, the purpose, all lit up in neon signs.
Yeah. And if you haven't found your singular, amazing calling, you feel like you're, I don't know, falling behind somehow.
Totally. It's a real pressure cooker.
But what if?
Yeah.
What if the best way to deal with all this, the most practical wisdom, actually comes from looking at some pretty uncomfortable truths?
Okay, I'm listening.
Not from chasing certainty, but from facing things head on.
Yeah.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into Albert Camus.
Ah, Camus. Good stuff.
Yeah, and how his ideas, absurdism, revolt, authentic living, aren't just, dusty philosophy. They actually offer really practical insights for navigating this world, our modern society.
That's absolutely right. And our mission today for this deep dive is to really unpack those big ideas. We're using excerpts from Camus, Absurdism for Modern Life, as our guide. We want to peel back the layers, see how his framework can genuinely change your perspective, how it can offer clarity, maybe even a different kind of purpose, precisely when things feel meaningless or confusing.
And not just theory, right? We're looking for things you can actually use.
Exactly. Actionable takeaways. How does this wisdom actually work in your life day to day? Finding meaning where maybe none is obvious.
Okay, so let's dive in. The big one first. Camus argues we need to embrace the absurd. Now that sounds, well, it sounds a bit bleak, doesn't it? Maybe even defeatist.
It can sound that way on the surface, for sure.
But he doesn't mean just give up, right? Or become a nihilist where nothing matters.
Yeah, not at all. It's actually the opposite. It's about recognizing a fundamental truth about existence.
Okay.
A truth that, once you really look at it, can be incredibly freeing. It's about being radically honest.
Honest about what, exactly?
Well, honest about that clash, that deep-seated conflict you mentioned earlier. Camus actually called it the absurd.
Right.
Put like this. The absurd is born of this confrontation between the human need and the unreasonable silence of the world.
Okay, let's break that down. Human need.
Yeah, our need for meaning, for coherence, for answers. We're wired, to ask why. Why are we here? What's the point? We crave a story that makes sense.
And the unreasonable silence of the world.
That's the universe just not answering. It's vast, it's indifferent. It doesn't give us the neat, tidy meaning we're looking for. It just is.
So it's the gap between our desperate search for meaning and the universe basically shrugging its shoulders.
Exactly. That clash, that gap, that's the absurd. It's not some abstract idea. It's something we feel, that jarring sense that things don't always add up.
And this is where it gets really interesting for us today, right? Because think about our world now. The information overload, the constant chaos of news cycles, that social media pressure, again, everyone else seems to have the map, the purpose.
Yeah, the perfectly plotted course.
Camus, through this idea of the absurd, kind of gives us permission to stop looking for that map. He suggests that maybe chasing some absolute pre-given universal meaning, maybe that's just a dead end.
It's a futile quest, potentially.
Yeah. We're chasing something the universe isn't actually offering. And there's a weird relief in that, isn't there? Like maybe I can stop beating myself up for not finding the secret key.
That's precisely the modern application our source material points to. Instead of feeling paralyzed by the randomness or falling into despair, recognizing the absurd, truly letting it sink in, becomes incredibly empowering. It flips the script.
Also,
It shifts the focus away from finding meaning, like it's some lost object you just need to locate.
right, like buried treasure.
Exactly, and towards creating meaning. It puts the power, the agency, back in your hands.
Okay, so it's not find meaning, it's make meaning.
Yes. And as the source says, this perspective lets you live fully despite uncertainty, without needing all the answers. You stop waiting for cosmic permission or validation.
You start building your own value system.
Day by day, choice by choice, you become the source of meaning.
And the practical benefit of this? The source mentions it reduces anxiety.
Massively. It reduces anxiety over finding your purpose. Think about how much stress comes from that feeling, that you must find this one big thing.
Like that example you mentioned, Maya. feeling adrift in her 20s.
Right, exactly like Maya. Bouncing between jobs, always comparing, feeling inadequate because she hadn't found her calling.
That pressure must have been immense.
It was paralyzing for her, led to constant second-guessing, feeling like a failure. But embracing the absurd, understanding the universe hadn't assigned her a specific homework task, it lifted that weight. It wasn't giving up. It was realizing the pressure was mostly external societal noise.
So she could experiment, find meaning in different things.
Precisely. She realized purpose wasn't a destination to find, but something she could actively build and shape herself. The aha moment was seeing the impossible burden wasn't cosmic, it was self-imposed, or at least society-imposed.
That's a huge shift. Defining purpose on your own terms.
It's incredibly liberating. You can iterate, change, evolve your sense of purpose as you live instead of feeling lost because you haven't found the one magic key.
Okay, that's genuinely freeing. But here's the question then. If there's no preordained meaning, if we accept that absurdity, do we just shrug, throw our hands up?
Right. Does it lead to apathy? Nihilism?
Yeah, it doesn't mean nothing matters, so why bother doing anything?
Yeah.
That seems like the logical next step, but Camus says.
Absolutely not.
No. He calls us to live in revolt.
Exactly. That awareness of the absurd, that clash we talked about, it shouldn't lead to passive despair. It should ignite a rebellion, an active defiance.
Defiance against what? The universe.
Against the meaninglessness itself, yes.
Yeah.
Against the universe's indifference. But also, crucially, against anything that diminishes human dignity, freedom, or our lived experience. Things like injustice, oppression, even mediocrity.
Okay, so it's an active stance. He talks about Sisyphus, right? The guy with the rock.
Yes. The myth of Sisyphus. It's the perfect illustration. Sisyphus is condemned to push this boulder up a hill forever. It rolls back down every single time.
Seems like the ultimate pointless task. The definition of absurd.
It does. But Camus says something radical about him. The struggle itself toward the heights is enough to fill a man's heart.
Wow. Okay, the struggle itself.
Yes. Finding fulfillment in the effort, regardless of the outcome. Our source points out, Sisyphus finds joy within the meaninglessness, not despite it. Through his lucidity, his clear awareness of his fate, knowing the rock will roll down. That awareness becomes his victory. He does the task not as a beaten slave, but as a conscious rebel.
So the meaning isn't getting the rock to stay up top.
No. The meaning is in the defiant act of pushing. The exertion, the assertion of his will against the absurd sentence. That creates his personal meaning.
That hits hard today, doesn't it? Thinking about things like climate change or deep social inequalities.
Absolutely. These problems feel so huge, so systemic. It's easy to feel like one person's actions are just futile, a drop in the ocean.
Right. You recycle, you protest, but the problem feels overwhelming. It's easy to get cynical, apathetic.
But Camus's idea of revolt pushes back against that. It encourages us to resist injustice, to fight apathy, even when the odds seem impossible, even when success isn't guaranteed.
It's about refusing to just accept the indifference.
Yes, refusing to be crushed by the weight of it all. It's taking that active, defiant stand.
And the source mentions specific examples like fighting climate change or inequality.
It does, and the core idea is crucial. We act not because it guarantees success, but because integrity demands it.
Ah, okay. So the motivation isn't the end result necessarily.
Not primarily. The motivation comes from inside, from your own moral compass, your values. You act because it's the right thing to do, because it aligns with who you are, even if the larger battle seems unwinnable.
The act itself is the point, the resistance.
Exactly. The dignity is in the defiance. That's where the meaning is created in that context.
And the benefit of thinking this way?
Well, it massively inspires ethical action and resilience. If your motivation isn't tied solely to winning, you build this incredible inner strength. You can keep going even when things are tough, when the outlook is bleak.
Because you're fueled by your own values, not external results.
Precisely. It fosters this deep resilience, this refusal to just give up, because the value is in the doing, the standing up, the struggle. It protects your integrity, your sense of self, even when everything feels chaotic.
It's interesting. This revolt isn't about bitterness, is it? Or anger?
Not necessarily. It can involve anger, sure, against injustice. But at its core, it's about vitality, about claiming your agency.
Asserting your humanity.
Yeah. Saying yes to life, even with its absurdity. I choose to live. I choose to act, despite it all. It's an affirmation, not a negation.
Okay, so no inherent meaning, the absurd. But we respond with active revolt. That leaves us with freedom.
A tremendous amount of freedom, paradoxically. But it's a specific kind of freedom.
Right. Camus doesn't just say do whatever you want. It's authentic freedom.
Exactly. He talks about responsible freedom, which sounds like a bit of a contradiction, maybe.
Yeah, how can freedom be responsible?
Well, you are free because there's no cosmic rule book, no divine commands telling you exactly what to do. You choose your response.
Okay, that's the freedom part.
But, and this is the key part, with that freedom comes the absolute necessity for honesty and moral clarity.
So it's not a free pass for just anything goes. Hedonism?
No, not at all. It's actually a demand for conscious choice. You have to think critically, act thoughtfully, and own your decisions.
Because there's no external authority to blame or rely on.
Precisely. The weight of your freedom is matched by the weight of your responsibility for the choices you make. They matter more because they are solely yours.
Wow. Okay, think about that in today's world. All the curated online selves, the perfect Instagram lives.
The endless LinkedIn achievements.
Yeah. And the political noise, the corporate spin telling us what to value, what to buy, how to think.
It's relentless.
In that context, Camus's idea feels radical, a call to be real.
Absolutely. To think for yourself, to act ethically, not because someone told you to, but because you consciously chose that path based on your moral clarity.
It's like taking back ownership of yourself.
It is reclaiming your agency from all that external noise trying to define you.
So what does this responsible freedom actually involve? What are the implications?
It means accepting the consequences, really owning your choices and their impact.
Okay. No passing the buck.
Right. And it means acting in line with your deepest values, even when it's hard, even when it's unpopular.
So you need to know what your values are.
Exactly. It requires cultivating that inner compass, building your own moral framework, refining it, trusting it, because there are no external signposts guaranteeing the right way.
That compass becomes your guide.
Your most reliable guide.
And the benefit of living like this, what does it foster?
It absolutely promotes authenticity and accountability. It forges it, really.
How does that play out?
Well, think about relationships. They become more genuine, built on honesty and real self-knowledge.
Makes sense. No more performing.
Right. And decision-making becomes clearer. You're guided by your core values, not just chasing trends or bowing to pressure.
Leads to more integrity, I guess.
A deep sense of integrity in your personal life, your public life. It helps you cut through all the superficial stuff to what actually matters to you.
So you live a life that feels like yours. Authentic.
That's the goal. Not a performance for others, but a genuine expression of yourself.
That raises a really practical point. How do you actually do that? How do you cultivate this responsible freedom? Because the world does nudge you towards conformity, doesn't it? Towards taking the easier path, following the crowd.
It absolutely does. It takes conscious effort. It takes courage, often. It's definitely not the path of least resistance.
Okay, so we have the absurd, the revolt against it, and this responsible freedom. How does Camus say we should actually live, like moment to moment?
Right, bringing these big ideas down to earth.
Because it's easy to get lost in the philosophy. But he has a very clear suggestion, doesn't he?
He does. It's quite simple, but profound. Live in the present.
Live in the present. Okay, why? What's the connection?
Well, the logic follows beautifully. If there's no ultimate pre-written destiny, no grand cosmic purpose we're all marching towards,
Then why keep deferring happiness?
exactly. Why put off joy, meaning, living, until some future goal is reached? A goal that might never come or might not deliver what you expect.
So instead, savor this moment. Find meaning right here, right now.
In the immediate, tangible reality of your life, there's that beautiful quote of his.
Or what about winter?
Yeah. In the depth of winter, I finally learned that within me there lay an invincible summer.
I love that. It's so resilient.
It is. It suggests that even when things are objectively hard, bleak, difficult, there is an inner source of warmth, vitality, meaning you can tap into.
Just by focusing on the present, on that inner resilience.
By engaging with the present reality fully, finding the strength and beauty within it, not just waiting for the external circumstances to change perfectly.
This really connects with things like mindfulness, doesn't it? Being present.
Absolutely. It's about consciously engaging with your immediate experience,
Right.
pulling yourself away from worrying about the future or ruminating on the past.
And appreciating the small things.
Definitely. Appreciating art, whether it's high art or your kid's drawing, finding beauty in nature, a huge landscape or a tiny flower growing through concrete.
Valuing connections, love, friendship.
Deeply. And those small everyday joys, a good cup of coffee, a warm blanket, laughing with someone.
Without needing some big cosmic reason for why they matter.
Exactly. They matter because you experience them, because they enrich this moment. They become meaningful in themselves when you truly savor them.
You know, in our society, we're so focused on results, on the future.
Always looking ahead. The next promotion, the next milestone, the next goal.
We sacrifice the present for the future all the time.
Constantly. It's exhausting. Camus's idea, like our source says, encourages us to slow down, to actually be here.
Engage fully with what's happening right now.
Find satisfaction not just in achieving the goal, but in the process, in the unfolding reality of life itself. It's messy, imperfect, beautiful reality.
It feels like an antidote to the constant striving.
A powerful one. An invitation to just be present to your own life.
And the benefit is finding joy now.
Precisely. It encourages joy in the moment. It frees you from needing external validation or waiting for some future promise to be fulfilled.
That I'll be happy when. Trap.
Exactly. Instead, you find satisfaction, contentment, even happiness in the simple fact of being alive and engaged with this moment right now.
You become open to the richness of the present.
Which is immense if we just pay attention. Joy isn't just a reward for achievement, it's inherent in existing fully.
Wow. If we really live like that, savoring the present, not always waiting for the future, imagine how much richer daily life would feel.
Totally different.
Independent of what we achieve or where we end up, it really shifts the whole idea of what a good life is.
It suggests meaning is experienced, not earned.
Okay, let's try and tie this all together. We've got life has no inherent meaning, the absurd. Our response is revolt, acting with integrity. We have responsible freedom to choose our response. We should live in the present moment. But that human need for meaning, it's still there, isn't it? So how do we actually build a meaningful life within this framework?
Right, how do we construct it?
Camus' answer seems to be, create meaning through action.
This is where it all comes together. It becomes constructive, empowering. Even in an absurd world, meaning isn't found out there.
Not in a book or a revelation.
No, it's forged, actively created by how we live, how we love, how we create.
So it's not discovered, it's built.
Exactly. Through your choices, your deeds. It's an ongoing personal process. You are the meaning maker.
And the source gives practical examples of this, right? It's not just abstract.
Very practical. It talks about choosing work that genuinely reflects your values, not just chasing status or money.
Okay. What else?
Cultivating deep, honest relationships. Making art, whatever that means for you. Painting, writing, coding, gardening.
Just the act of creation itself.
Yes. Expressing yourself. Helping others not for cosmic points, but because you choose to connect and contribute. Standing for truth, even when it's difficult.
These are all acts of meaning-making.
Assertions of your values in the face of indifference.
And the crucial point here is why we do these things.
Yes, this is the heart of it. We do them not because the universe cares, but because you do.
It's internal, subjective.
Personal. Completely. The value comes from your commitment, your integrity, your assertion of what matters to you. It's you saying, this is what I stand for. This is how I choose to live, even if there's no grand plan.
You're defining your own purpose through your actions.
You are the author of your significance.
And the benefit of living this way.
It powerfully drives creative and moral living. When you know meaning is something you build, it makes you more engaged, more imaginative, more responsible.
Gives you a sense of agency? Contribution?
Absolutely. Even when facing huge, uncontrollable forces, it encourages you to build a life that feels authentic and purposeful to you, regardless of external applause or cosmic guarantees.
You become the architect.
Painting meaning onto that blank canvas.
So when you put it all together, it really flows. Recognize the absurd.
Revolt against despair through integrity.
Act with authentic, responsible freedom.
Savor the present moment.
And then actively build meaning through your choices and actions.
It's a complete framework, not just philosophy, but a way to live a vibrant, engaged, self-authored life.
So, thinking about you listening, navigating your own path in this complicated world, what does all this mean? We've dug deep into Camus, and hopefully it's clear these aren't just old ideas, they're tools. Tools for a more fulfilled, maybe more courageous, and definitely less anxious life.
They really can shift your perspective.
Yeah, embracing the absurd, revolt, freedom, presence, action. They change how you see everything.
So let's just quickly recap those core takeaways again, because they are genuinely actionable.
Good idea.
First, embrace the absurd. Benefit. Reduces anxiety over finding your purpose. Takes that pressure off.
Okay.
Second, revolt against meaninglessness. Benefit. Inspires ethical action and resilience. You act from integrity, not just for success.
Right.
Third, responsible freedom. Benefit. Promotes authenticity and accountability. Helps you be real, be yourself.
Makes sense.
Fourth, presence over promise. Benefit. Encourages joy in the moment. Lets you save your life now. And fifth, action over answers. Benefit. Drives creative and moral living. You build your own meaning actively.
Got it. It's a powerful set.
And the point isn't that Camus gives you the answer to life's big questions.
Yeah, no, it's more subtle than that.
It's about finding strength, vitality, purpose in the questions themselves, and in the conscious choices you make every day.
It's about being really, truly alive, engaged, responsible.
Even when the world doesn't give easy answers or guarantees, cultivating that rich inner world.
And that's why we do these deep dives, really,
Right.
to give you that shortcut to being well-informed on these big ideas.
Offer those aha moments.
Exactly, those shifts in perspective that can really equip you to see your life, your challenges differently. So as we finish up today, we really hope you'll reflect on this. How do these ideas from Camus land with you? Where do they resonate in your life?
Where do you feel that pressure for meaning? Where could you embrace the absurd a little more? Or live in revolt? Or practice that responsible freedom?
Yeah, lots to think about.
And maybe one final thought to take with you. If the universe doesn't provide meaning, and we create it through our choices, what's one small, deliberate act of meaning-making you could do today? Just one thing. Simply because you choose to. Because it aligns with your values.
That's a great question to end on.
Yeah.
A powerful thought to carry.
Huh.
Well, thank you for joining us on this exploration. It's been fascinating. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.